Hey guys, how's it going? So I want to talk about the end of The Walking Dead. And by the end, I don't mean the show that I stopped watching about 4 years ago. I mean the comic. I know I am so late to the game with giving my thoughts about this, but I just picked it up not that long ago, and I wanted to give it a proper read. I wanted the companion book, but I have not found it. I don't think it's out yet. But because I stopped right where the Whispers storyline came in, because I really wanted a companion. I didn't want to buy the trades and whatnot. But I'm so happy about this book. Everything that I wanted The Walking Dead to be just commingles into this last issue. This is not a thin issue. This is not a regular size. This is a pretty beefy book. But I love it. I love the way that Robert Kirkman ended the series. Um, and who did the Atler? Charlie, is it Charlie Atler? I've been reading this for so long. You'd think I would know who. Yeah, Charlie Atler. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name, but yeah, I love the whole run of The Walking Dead. Yeah, I did dip a bit, and I should have kept going, but I just after so many years, like was it 10 years or so? I think it's over 10 years now, like 15, something stupid like that. It anything that lasts that long, you're going to wane and you're just going to disappear for a while. Just like most things, like TV shows and comics and whatnot, you're never going to stick with it for that long. But this doesn't really center on anything major, like no zombie outbreaks, no outlaws coming from wherever and coming and attacking the group. This is a very simple story, and it's really good. It shows a grown-up Carl, shows him with his wife Sophia, which was nice to see that he ended up, with Sophia from the beginning. Now they do. The beginning does show Carl killing a walker, but at this point, walkers are very rare inside the safe community. Like most kids don't even know what zombies look like anymore. Only ones that really remember are the adults, the ones that lived through the chaos. And I love the fact that Carl has a daughter, Andrea. I love how the Robert Kirkman decided to give Andrea a proper, give her respect. She did. I'm gonna spoil things, so if you have not read Walking Dead up to, I'm sorry, but Andrea did die, and he did respect her as a mom and whatnot. So for him to give his daughter that name, it was really cool. Uh, Now they do show Herschel all grown up, and he runs this sideshow freak show, showing people basically the zombies. And to get the zombies now is like major money. I guess it's lucrative now. Um, and Carl kind of goes to Herschel. He goes like, "I found your zombie." He goes, "Oh, that's great. Where is it?" And he goes, "I killed it." And Herschel just kind of loses his shit. And he goes, "You what?" And Carl punches him. He's like, "It's at my house. My daughter's there. What happened if she died?" So there's this big whole legal thing. Now the whole thing is basically a big legal thing about should the walkers be part of like revenue now, like merchandise and sideshow carnivals and stuff. Pay $1, look at the zombies and whatnot. So basically, Carl gets in trouble for destroying Herschel's property because the zombies are his property. He paid for them, which is weird to say the least. And Carl goes to trial. He deals with all that, and he basically just gets a fine, and he has to repay Herschel with another walker. And it doesn't sit right with Carl because he's like, these things are dangerous. Like, you guys don't remember or don't know about how dangerous these things are, and you guys are just poking and prodding them like someone's gonna get hurt. So the night before he goes on his run, uh, oh yeah, Maggie's the president of the Commonwealth or whatever. So there's Maggie, and she's basically basically gives Herschel the stink eye there because she's a mom, but she's not the greatest mom. She's not always there for Herschel, which is not surprising. I never really liked Maggie as a character in the comic or in the show, and I wouldn't be surprised if she raised Herschel to be a little brat, which he is. Um, Carl is a courier, so he takes messages and supplies to different parts of the Commonwealth. And before he leaves, he does something really stupid. He kills all of Herschel's walkers that he had in his sideshow. So when he gets back, he is in big trouble. So Herschel's side business is gone, and he's going to be looking for trouble. You get some characters here. You get Lydia. She's back. She's wearing the cowboy, the sheriff hat there. She's married, and they have a weird relationship. It's not sexual. It's not like a real relationship, but she kind of jokes around, and he's like, "Knock it off. I'm married. Like you're married. Like this is not gonna happen. Like I have a kid, and I'm not gonna screw things up with Sophia." You get a glimpse of Negan. He is still alive. You just see Carl go up to his house, leave some supplies. You can see that Lucille is buried under the tree, his bat, but you never get to see Negan. You get to see Michonne, Eugene. Eugene's building a railroad at this point, connecting all the towns. It's looking pretty rough there. Yeah, Jesus. Jesus is around. But when he gets back, he gets arrested. And he gets sent to the Commonwealth. And who is the judge? Who's the end-all, be-all keeper of the word? It is Michonne. So she's going to set his sentencing. And she basically just lets him off. She's like, I'm not going to let you go rot in jail for something stupid. And she bans, like right there, the president can't do anything. She is the law. Her word is final. She basically bans the use of walkers as you can't. I'm messing up the words here. She basically outlaws the use of walkers in any sort of profit. There we go. And Herschel's pissed off about that, but what can you do? And him and Carl have some words. He's basically just Brad, and and Carl just tells him that he's like, you're a bit of a dick. You're not gonna understand. And so they get out of the courtroom. Some kids are just hanging around, and he looks up, and they built a statue of Rick Grimes. And one of the kids goes, "Do you know who that guy is? That's Rick. That's Rick Grimes' son, Carl." And the other kids are like, "So, what's your point?" And so they get back home, and Andrea's like, "Dad, can you read me a story?" And he basically reads the story of Rick and what he's done, and everybody's exploits there. You can see what everybody's doing. There's Negan there, but you don't really see him. Some of the characters from the past there. There's Jesus and Adrian. The kid that shot and killed Rick, he's still in jail with his mom there. There's Michonne with her kids and grandson. And then you got a nice shot of Rick Grimes and Andrea Grimes' tombstone there, which I thought was really touching. And he's like, he went to Andrea, he goes, you would really like him. And she goes, who? And he goes, your grandfather. And, he's the one, blah, blah, blah. She goes, like, I know, Dad, I know. You tell me all the time. And she's like, read it again. And that's where it ends. He just reads her story again. So I thought that was a really touching moment with father and daughter. And you got this little blurb with Robert Kirkman at the end. He just does this whole letter. And basically at the end, he just goes like, P.S. Negan lives. And that was one character that I never thought would make it all the way to the end. But here we are. And they did some mock-ups, covers, because they weren't going to let anybody know that this was going to be the last issue of The Walking Dead. So they did a bunch of other covers for it. Now, I did not get the original printing. I got the second print, and you could tell because it says second print way up there. It's not going to focus on that, but that's what I got. So I hope you guys liked the ending as much as I did. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below about about what you guys thought. And if you guys are still reading this, or if you haven't, or if you guys are going to read it after seeing this, let me know. So, yep, throw me a comment, throw me a like. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do. I've been seeing those subs going up, so that's great. And as always, guys, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.